Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Gibbs Edu's channel on YouTube. I hope you all are doing good. I hope this video meets you in a right frame of mind. Anyway guys, today our topic today is going to be the pros and cons of living abroad. So let's kick it off. So guys, let us start with the negatives before moving to the positive aspect of living abroad. Number one negative, the cons of living abroad is you can never be there present in any family function. Maybe your parents are having their wedding anniversary party, or maybe your sister is getting married, different things, different scenarios. You can never be there present. You can only tell them to please send me the video clip of how the event went, and that can be very depressing because you are in another part of the world and you see your family, your friends, your relatives having fun, enjoying, and you are just there maybe working or doing one thing or the other there. So that can be very, very depressing. I remember when my sister got married, it was very hard for me because I really, really wanted to be there to, witness that special moment. But due to the fact that I'm not in my home country, I couldn't witness it. So that can be very sad and depressing. So that's one of the cons of living abroad. Let's move over to number two, loneliness. Staying abroad means you are going to be lonely. Like let's say 80% of the time to 90% of the time you are going to be lonely, because abroad is just like you don't have any families there, you don't have any friends there, you are just there on your own almost 80% of the time. Maybe if you are the one that works, after working you come back home, you don't have any social life, everything is just maybe work home, church, finish. No social life. Your friends that maybe you grew up together with are not there with you, so you are on your own, you are almost on your own 80% of the time. So abroad life is equals to loneliness. You always feel lonely. Number three is language barrier. When you are moving to a country which doesn't have English as their first language, it can be very frustrating because it will be very hard for you to communicate with the locals over there. My advice to you is that once you are moving to that kind of a place, you have to do your research. You have to, learn a little bit about their language. Maybe go on Google and just, write down some common questions, some common things that you'll be asking them, some common questions that you'll be asking the locals. Maybe where is the supermarket, I want to buy something, I want to change money, different things. Just try and write down the words on a piece of paper, or maybe on your phone. We have Google Translator now. You can also get it, download it, because it will also be very, very, very handful for you when you get to that place. So language barrier is another big issue when living abroad, that it limits your conversation or your communications with the locals over there. I remember when I moved over to India, it was very hard for me also. Like when I go to the market, I always make sure I write down the Hindi names of anything that I want to buy. Like maybe I want to get vegetables, I go on my Google and just check the name vegetable is called in Hindi. I write it down. Whenever I'm going, I have this little diary that I use in writing all those things. Once I go there, I show it to the seller. I try pronouncing it to the seller, even though the pronunciation can be a little bit off, but at least they'll understand, they'll get where you are going to. And if you are very lucky, then maybe you can see what you want to get and maybe just point at it and buy it. So language barrier is another cons of living abroad. Number four is culture. Different people around the world have their different cultures and traditions. So when you are moving to a new place, you have to at least do a study, do a research about their culture, what they like and they and dislike. You have to learn and unlearn a whole lot of things. Moving over to India, India is a place that is filled with lots of cultures. Yeah, they are very bent on cultures. Even Nigerians have lots of cultures also. So I had to learn and unlearn a whole lot of things. There are some things that we see as normal in Nigeria that over here is abnormal. Also the Indians, there are some things that they feel that is abnormal that we as Nigerians feel that is normal. So we have to learn all this. You have to learn the culture of the people. You have to learn what these people like and what they dislike, what is acceptable by them and what is not acceptable by them. You have to learn all this for you to be able to live peacefully in that land. Guys, over to number 5 is food. Yeah, food, everybody knows this. Once you move to a different part of the world, to another country, food is a major factor. Like, I have guests who comes over here and they're like, oh, how do you people cope, how do you eat Nigeria food, blah blah blah. But as someone who has been in this country for over 8 years now, I'm used to their food. Like, I like most of their food, even though I miss my Nigeria food. Like, I might be scrolling through Instagram and I'll just see this Nigeria food and I'll be like, oh, I feel like moving over to Nigeria for me to be able to access different kind of Nigeria food. So food is a major cons when it comes to living abroad, because you can get, you can get maybe some of your home country's meal, but not everything. You cannot get everything, and most of the things are not fresh like the way it is in your home country. So food is a major con or turn off when it comes to living abroad. So guys, over to the next one. This one is specifically for people with kids. If you have kids, someone who have kids, staying abroad with kids can be very, very demanding, because you have to be there with them 24/7. You don't have any relative, you don't have any mom or sister that would look after them. Whatever you are doing, you have to put them at the back of your mind, because there's no trustworthy person that will take care of them. So that's a big con when it comes to staying abroad. Like, whatever you are doing, maybe you want to rush to run an errand, or maybe you want to go on a date night with your spouse, you cannot, because no trusted hand to leave your case with, which is a very big, like, that's one of my biggest cons about living abroad, because no family members around, no trustworthy person to leave your kids with. You have to go with your kids wherever you are going to. Maybe you are going to the grocery store, you have to go with your kids. You want to go to party, you have to go with your kids. So that's number 5 turn off when it comes to living abroad. After seeing all these turn offs, all these cons, let's now let's slide over to the pros of living abroad. And I'll say there are lots, even though there are lots of cons, we also have lots of pros living abroad. I believe that you cannot have everything you want. You have to strike a balance. It's either you want to stay in your home country or you want to move abroad. You have to pick one. So over to the pros of living abroad is that, number 1, you get to learn a new language. If that country, in that country, if they have a foreign language in that country, then you have to learn a new language, which is also good, because you don't know where you find yourself in the nearest future. Maybe you might need to implement that new language in your day-to-day life. So learning a new language is also a plus, it's also a pro when it comes to living abroad. Number 2 is traveling or mingling with people that are from different background with you also helps broaden your mind. It also helps you in communicating with people. It broadens your mind in such a way that you are able to see the world from a different view, from a different perspective. Like, your mind is no longer clouded. Your mind is now open. You've been able to learn and unlearn a lot of things that you knew before. So that's also a pro when it comes to living abroad. So we move over to culture. One of the pros of traveling abroad is that you get to explore other people's culture. You get to know a lot about other people's culture, what they like, what they dislike, what they see as good and what they see as bad. Coming over here, it made me to learn a lot about the Indian culture, and I'm someone who loves learning new things about people, about people's way of life, about what they like, about what they eat, about what they hold sacred in their heart. So traveling abroad helps you to learn about all those things. It helps you to know about people's culture, about their way of life, about their festivals. Like Indian here, they have lots of festivals. If you've been to India, you know that Indians have lots of festivals. The next one is you create beautiful memories. Yeah, they say memories are what you take to the grave. So traveling abroad helps you to create beautiful memories. Maybe you travel to Dubai or you travel to Miami. Those memories live with you forever. till old age. Wherever you are, you think about those memories and you smile. So traveling abroad also helps you to create beautiful memories that last a lifetime. And also it also helps you to make friends. It's good to have friends from different culture, different countries. They'll help you to see the world in another view. They'll help you to, broaden your mind. So traveling abroad helps you to explore the world in a beautiful manner, and also for you to create beautiful memories. Okay, guys, that's all for our pros and cons. So I believe any decision we make in this life has its disadvantages and advantages. So it's left for you to weigh the pros and the cons and know and strike a balance to know which one is better for you. But as for me, I think I'll roll with the pros of living abroad. I think I can deal with the cons associated with it. So guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching my video. Please make sure you subscribe and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and also please turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I love you all. God bless you and have a fabulous week. Bye.